time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Well,
you know, we just need to not say anything, just so he'll have to come in here and invite everybody.
nah, that's no fun. That's no fun. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock, everybody. I'm Dan Hallfield. This is John Scarborough. We got Joe McKeel stuffing his face right now, so he's not on screen. We've got Rich. We've got who else we got here? We got Chris too. So let's bring on Rich and Chris, and we will wait for Joe Dog.
Rich and Chris sounds like a country group.
No. That's big and rich, and actually for our Rich, that's the whole spectrum right there. He is big and he is rich. So, well, not
certainly I'm not affluent.
Sorry about that.
Well, the good thing is you're not effluent either. So,
yeah, I would.
I didn't think I was going to make that pun, but I did. I'm sorry. Been a long day.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me today I'm just not funny anymore.
I'm just glad it took the elevator up.
When were you ever, Joe? When were you ever? And that's where he kicks me out of the show.
I'm not touching that line with what was it?
Oh, there's ways to get kicked out of the show. You just won't realize it till it's too late.
Yeah.
I bet I know somebody that's up on the list.
Maybe.
I will. Everything I do is behavior. It may not be good. It may not be bad. It may be questionable, but it is
We just know if I
behavior.
get kicked from the show, it's been something really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris,
I
you
mean,
are.
Chris. I'll tell you, Chris is in a position to where I can't kick him from the show because if I piss him off too much, I'm screwed.
Which is different from your day-to-day life in what manner? Um,
Chris is.
He's got
Sam,
this event that he
So you're
holds in
not saying
October.
the good way or the bad way, Joe Dog.
my mind is going through the whole
He's
spectrum, and
talking figuratively.
there's some ain't the green room stuff going on back in the back, but I'm trying to lock that off right now. That door needs to be closed because it ain't Friday anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
it's figuratively, Rich, not literally.
And I've got to apologize to everybody. I hit the wrong button to start the show.
No, you didn't.
have you seen Legend of the Traveling Tortoise? I mean, we do a whole lot better than Christian does. And I
Guys,
realize it's because Christian has an old computer that he can't afford to update or replace. That's entirely why. And still, you can't mess with Chris. He has a fan club. He is adored by many, and most of them
My fan club
are.
has disappeared.
Oh no, there's some hot women in there. I know for sure because I see them commenting. Carl, don't do that. Don't do that. I can't. I'm trying to be good. Damn it.
at what?
Anything I can get away with. Same as always.
Hey, Donna. Hey, Carl.
We were talking Thursday about Jerry Springer died,
Yes.
and then Dan mentioned that Dame Edna.
Yes. Dame Edna had passed away as well, and
The
just
one
a
we
day earlier.
forgot, and I can't believe we forgot him over those other two.
Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte died.
No,
Yep.
he was included too. It just was,
Someone mentioned him, and then I want
yeah.
to say we got sidetracked.
We I think we covered it in the green room Friday night actually because
Yeah.
everything overlapped so much we couldn't get the timeline straight. And here I am, the guy that writes time travel stories, and I can't get the timeline straight.
There's no such
Well-
thing as a straight timeline.
Well,
As
most of them are corkscrews, but I will agree.
Actually, most timelines look like a ball of cotton candy, but
as I like to say, I've slept since then.
Wish I could
Maybe
say
not
that.
much, but I've slept since then.
Oh, damn! That reminds me, I've got to go back to work Monday. This 2 weeks without having to work has been a preview of what it's going to be like when I retire.
Oh yeah.
And you're
And
gonna love it, aren't you?
My wife has got me so big honey-do list. I don't think I could accomplish half of those things if I had a million years of working every day on nothing but that.
Well, you need
Um,
to explain to her that, retirement is supposed to be enjoyed. There are times for chores, but there's also time for enjoyment.
We'll get to that. Mm.
Oh, did any of y'all read my one of my finer posts memory yesterday?
Now, wait a minute. That presupposes that you have finer posts.
Oh, this one's a doozy.
Now, that doesn't
I read
exclude.
several of them. Remind me of which one.
About scratch pay. Not taking.
Oh, yeah.
No,
For
wait a minute.
vet bill.
The vet bill. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet that made the Christmas party.
Mm,
Whoa, Carl.
Really?
You're going to have to tell me which one. Carl made a suggestion on YouTube to watch a canal boat video. Now, seeing as how I am the canal boat addict in this group,
Hey, everybody look at your computer and say canal boat.
mm.
just
Or
ask
if
Alexa.
you got Facebook pulled up, just mention it, and you'll be seeing ads for it.
Hey,
Alexa, what's a canal boat?
Rich, are you looking for it, or are you just?
The stretch thing you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling and I'm looking now. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait till you get to the end. I have said what every person has ever thought to every bill collector.
Oh, okay. Get off my property or I'll shoot.
Yeah. I just posted it over in private chat for everybody.
Okay. That will certainly shorten the search.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I definitely remember that one. That one and the one about Oz's birthday, and I'm sorry.
yeah,
Jay.
that just I couldn't understand why I was in a funk today. Yesterday we went walking by the ice cream sandwiches at Walmart, and I mean it was waterworks.
Yeah.
Dang, Rich.
For those of you who never got to meet Ozza, you missed out.
She was a character. You could see this dog thinking.
Oh, now I know.
And she's also smiling about what she's thinking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could see her look at, she'd cut her eyes over, and you could see the corner of her mouth curl up. It's like, oh, hell no, you don't.
She's like, just sit there and watch.
I must admit that it has become apparent to me over the last week that I need to make sure both doors to the bathroom are closed because the dog wants to keep me company.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going,
Well,
I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I'm sorry. It's perfectly fine. Turnabout is fair play. And I do watch you in the yard, mostly to make sure that you don't molest the cats. But then
well, Joe
no,
told
she's
you
not
why they do
molesting the
that.
cats. She's just going, oh, here's something that will run when I bark at it.
Joe told you why dogs do that, didn't you? You remember?
Well, actually, I have a short explanation for why my dog does that, but my dog. Oh, that's a mistake right there. Publicly admitting that Lindsay's dog is my dog. Okay, I'm sorry.
You've done it now. You better hope she don't see this.
Thankfully, she doesn't watch anything I do. So.
Smart woman.
Yeah, really. That's why we've been married for almost 20 years. I'm just this guy locked in the back room. And not in the fun way either.
Hey, at least there's not a padlock on the outside.
Give her time.
What are you doing, Rich?
I just finished reading the that vet bill thing. Yeah.
You know, they didn't take my money, said there was a processing issue. Well, if there was a processing issue, why was their money still in the bank account? Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So they hit me with a $10 late fee. So, I'm a little upset and all this. And he says, after, he goes through, explains it all this, all that. I'm already miffed. He says, oh, by the way, there's a $2.50 service fee.
Oh, no, you don't.
To add insult to injury.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't.
And I said, is this recorded? Is this? He goes, absolutely. I said, good. I talked about the guy's grandmother.
I'm surprised you didn't go back a few other generations. Oh, hey, Josh.
And then
Hey, Josh.
I ended the call with, he goes, you can tell he was right on script. Is there anything else I can do for you? I said, yeah, you can take that nice little hard on that you just got given yourself and go yourself.
There are some questions that should not be asked over the phone, especially if you are some uninvited person on the phone, because the answers to those questions will be...
Yeah, Rich has worked call service lines before, so have you ever dealt with any of that?
With the person on the other end of the line telling me to go F myself?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm the guy that the other technicians called to talk people off the ledge.
You've got the voice.
I've got the voice. I've got the understanding, and I've got the ability to humble myself and, pardon the phrase, suck enough dick for right now to get the person to calm down and then spit after the call. And then go home and play violent video games to get the bad taste out of my mouth.
That's why your internet bill is so high.
But have you ever been in that situation where you're that mad at a...
Oh, yes. And that's what I was about ready to talk about. Last year, Xfinity. So, my landlord sold the house out from under us, so we very quickly had to move. So we ended up trying to cancel our service for Xfinity on June 10th. And they're like, well, we really don't want to lose you as a customer. What we can do is we can suspend it for now and, start it back up once you finally, get into another place, because I couldn't start it back up at my new place because I was at my dad's and I was just couch surfing for a couple of months until we could get into an apartment. And there didn't need to be 2 internet services at Dad's house. So, they said, yes, remember, you will have to pay, the back, charges that you still owe. And I'm like, yeah, I totally expected that. They didn't tell me I had to pay what was still owed before it could go into the suspend state. So 2 months later, my bill is now $1,000 more because of late fees and 2 more months of not having things done. And so it took me another couple of months to finally talk to somebody and say, no, look, I've said this in the last several phone calls. Your technician, or they call them something else other than technician, but technically they're a technician. Their technician...
I believe I have a word in my vocabulary for that, but I can't say it right now.
Did not tell me that I had to pay the amount due before I could go into this. And they're like, oh, yeah, I can do it from my side. No, I had to do it from my side, not from their side. They couldn't do it on their side. I had to do it on my side. But again, I wouldn't get the options until I was paid up. and I had to pay $1,000 to get out of that house with moving van rental and everything like that. So I didn't have the money to pay the late fees and pay my back at that point in time. So I'm like, just look at the call, because your calls always say these calls are recorded for blah blah blah. You record the calls for training purposes. Go back and look at the call. The call happened on this date, and spread the whole thing out, and just and I was MFing on that call. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the technician that lied to me, and then put the lies in the ticket saying that they told me what they didn't tell me. I'm like, listen to the call, read the ticket. Those two do not match up.
Mm-hmm.
And I get even crispier about technicians lying in the ticket, because that is the job field I was in for almost a quarter of a decade. Not quarter of a decade, quarter of a century. 25 years I've been in troubleshooting and IT. I don't appreciate that. You
It's
lie to
very
me, that's one thing.
unprofessional.
You lie in the ticket, I will swallow your soul.
Well, yeah, you call it Xfinity, I call it com crap.
Oh.
When I switched to EPB, I told we actually had a house fire, and we were living at a extended stay while they were fixing the house. When I canceled my Comcast, and brought them their boxes to their office and all that, and one of the guys that took my boxes, he goes, why are you bringing me your boxes, Joe? I mean, I knew the guy. I said, I've had enough. I'm going to EPB. He goes, what? They try to keep you for whatever. I said, well, I'm tired of dealing with the customer service. He goes, what happened? I said, I told them that there's a new internet service in town. You guys are charging too much. What are you going to do? You got competition now. You've got to act on it. And the guy on the phone says, oh, we're not worried about EPB. You'll come back. Just do what you want. Well, that's now been 13 years ago.
Yep, and they made sure that nobody could else pull off what EPB did.
Yeah. Well, after I took my boxes back, Comcast came out to my house, and they said, we're here to pick up your boxes and all that. And I showed them the receipt. I said, here, I've returned your boxes. Well, we've got to pull your line down off the house. I said, thank God. Because I was a customer they didn't want anymore. I said,
Yeah.
good. Take my... now I can back a tractor trailer down my driveway without running into your line.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's
pull
not
my
something you do often, but it's nice to be able to have the capability.
It was so low, a 10.6 box truck couldn't go under the line.
Oh yeah, okay. I can well understand. Yeah. We have to have the local power company come out every 3 to 5 years and trim branches out of the oak tree that they strung the line through, knowing it was an oak tree and was not going to
Absolutely,
die
Robin.
anytime soon. Oh,
Oh, and
well,
Josh
at least,
said he has rectum.
yeah, well,
Hey, Robin.
But yeah, if it's pick on Comcast, see, I don't even use their new name when I talk to them.
oh,
I mean, I was at the home show. They said we can give you 10 gigs for this much a month. I'm okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good price, and that's a lot cheaper than what you're paying now. I said, yeah, that's right. How long is that going to last?
6 to 8 weeks.
No, she says, well, it's this for the first year. I said, and how long's the contract? She said 5.
Uh-huh.
I said, what will it be after that year? It was 3 times EPB.
Exactly.
So they're making up for that year.
Oh yeah. When we turned the satellite dish off, we offered to turn in the dish tuner and let them come and get their dish if they wanted it. They said, no. We believe that we have the best service around. So there's nothing that you will be able to find comparable to our price range.
Translation: the dish that we're using right now to put on people's house is so much better that we're not stockpiling the crap that we're going to be taking off your house.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I've got like 3 have been upgraded and are no longer usable satellite dishes somewhere in the woods that I have mounted to trees and used for deer feeders because it's a dish. I can put corn in it. I'm not a hunter, but I do believe in feeding the local wildlife, except for coyotes. I don't feed those. I just try and keep my cat from killing them. And I
from
do.
choking on it.
I have a cat that would actually the coyotes are afraid of because she is fierce. If she could get out of the chain link fence, those coyotes would probably stop running somewhere about Doraville. I mean, we're talking 90 plus miles because she is fierce. So
They'll stop running somewhere around the Rockies.
yeah, and probably be better off.
Have you seen this video that's running around right now where the guy, a coyote attacks his dog in his front yard?
Oh, yeah.
He runs out there, grabs that thing by the hind legs, body slams it, jumps on top of it, beat the hell out of it. Finally jumped up off of it. It takes off to run. He runs after it, grabs it again, and just.
Oh, have you seen the one to where the
Now you got to remember coyotes talk to each other. That fellow is memorable.
Yeah. Have you seen the one to where it looked like it wasn't a pit bull, it's more like that bulldog you got, John?
Mm-hmm.
It attacked a chihuahua and the lady picked it up and then the cat defended the chihuahua. I mean, was chasing it around the house. The guy had to pick the big bulldog, had to pick it up, put it on his shoulder, and fight the cat off.
I grew up with Doberman.
I live across the road from a sheep farm, And they also have cattle, and they also have horses.
Mm.
And the animals over there have seen my cat on the screened-in porch going, should I order mint sauce? And they do not come up to the fence anymore. And it's their fence, not mine. I'm across the road.
With sheep and coyotes in there, do they have any donkeys out in the field with the sheep?
No, but they do have lots of geese, which are almost as good. Now, nobody in their right mind crosses a Canada goose. I mean, seriously, those things are evil. I'm convinced that the reason that Canadians are so nice is that once a year they perform a ritual that transfers all of their negative energy into Canada geese, who thereafter fly all over the world and make complete nuisances of themselves.
I grew up with Doberman. There are 3 animals that my Doberman would actually turn and run from: cats, geese, and swan.
Mhm.
Well, I've heard about that swan. That's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, they are. They are. I've run into them on the British canal boat videos. They will come up to your boat, knock on the window, and go, speeding time. And you're only there for like 2 days, 3 days, 5 days
They'll
before
swim up
you
to
have
you
to
while you're
move the boat.
swimming and knock you the hell out.
Yeah, they're mean
I
little
know that
buggers.
firsthand.
Oh yeah, I've heard that story.
People are like, "Oh, swans are so beautiful." No, screw them. They're assholes. Give me a
They
dish
are.
that involves swan. I'll eat it. Even if it
They
tastes like
are.
crap, I will eat it.
They are evil little critters. Well, little. They're
Devour the
as big
body
as
of your
they're
enemy
as
so you
big as
can
a
grow
Doberman,
stronger.
basically. Um,
Oh, we were
uh,
camping one time up at Marion County Park. John probably knows where that is. Up by Nickajack, the campground by Nickajack off to the
Oh,
side.
okay. Yeah. The island.
What?
The island.
Well, that's the rest stop.
Mm.
It's more peninsulas. But we were camping, and Greg's over by the water, and here comes the geese. The geese start attacking him. He goes to kicking at the geese as TWRA comes by. Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency.
Ooh.
and they go, "Oh, okay, we have shotguns in the truck."
No, it was like he stops and goes, "You can't be abusing those geese." He says, "I'm trying to keep him from killing me." He said, "I know they're assholes, but you can't be kicking at them." Just gave me a stern warning. I'm going like, come on, dude. We were attacked.
Well, at least he only give you a
Alright.
warning.
I'm never going camping again without a rotisserie. I'll tell you that.
Well, the thing is, it had to only be a warning because if you could actually prove that the animal attacked you, then it is self-defense, and game wardens can't do a damn thing about it.
Ooh, okay. Oh, if we
That's
disseminate
why
this,
there's that joke in South Park. It's coming right for
It's
us.
coming right for us.
if we disseminate that knowledge, then I know a lot of people that fish for catfish that are going to be using that excuse. It was trying to attack me.
I was just
It's as big as
driving.
a Volkswagen.
I was just driving through the park, minding my own business when this deer attacked my truck and was trying to get in and kill me. So I pulled out my deer rifle and fired a warning shot. Unfortunately, the deer ran right in front of it.
Okay.
That deer was crazy.
John, you can answer this question. What service tells you you can fire a warning shot point blank?
Actually, the military doesn't fire warning shots for the most part.
USPS?
Nope. It's too early. I can't do that joke.
Yeah, rules of engagement usually are they got this de-escalation thing. Tell them to go away. Tell them to go away even more forcefully. Shoot a flare at them. Stuff like that. Throw a water bottle at them. And then if they still keep coming, whip out the flamethrowers.
Send a strongly worded letter to their government.
Ooh.
Give them the number to customer service.
Sign them up for the Montgomery Ward's mailing list.
Oh, there's a worse one. I can't
Hey,
remember
better
the name
yet.
of it. But
Better yet, the Best Buy Geek Squad refund.
you got that email too.
I get
Contact them about their car's extended warranty.
I get warnings for Netflix, my Netflix account, on emails that aren't connected to my Netflix email account.
Mm-hmm. I get. Well, I hate to call them suspicious, but they are emails to. Because I own Apelian, I have an infinite number of Apelian email addresses that can be used. And I'm going, really? You're trying to tell me that this non-existent page on my website has exceeded its capacity for uploads? And now you think it has a virus. That page doesn't exist. It can't have a virus. There ain't no such thing.
Oh, I have completely shut down the Northwest Georgia cosplay yard sale website.
Mhm.
I get emails wanting to upgrade my phone service to make my business more productive. I send them an email back, says, "Oh, this is very interesting. Why didn't you send me this when we were shut down with COVID and totally tanked the business, and I owe a couple $1,000s on it."
I get stuff that purports to be from PayPal telling me my account has been closed.
Yeah,
But the email address they send it to
it's not your PayPal address.
It does not exist. Not only is it not my PayPal address, it is a non-existent address.
Oh, one of my favorites. Yeah, you qualify for a $25,000 credit card. Really? Yeah. We just
That'll let me pay off the other $25,000 credit card.
No, you're kidding. You're actually going to give me that kind of credit right now. Yeah, we can help you all that. I said, great. I just got back from bankruptcy court and I need a cash advance. Click.
So
That's a good answer.
2 fun stories. First is dealing with my former partner at work who retired last year. she was always getting the PayPal emails. And the thing is, she doesn't even have a PayPal account to begin with. So you definitely know. Plus, it's coming to the work account, and we're not supposed to link our work stuff to our personal banking and PayPal and stuff like that. So I had to laugh about that. And then funny story number 2 is part of my job now is to actually send those kind of emails to people within the firm to see who is stupid enough to still click on stuff that they should not be clicking on. And the thing is, I get really pissed off about these people that are clicking on this because it's like, did I not just give you a class? You specifically, did I not just give you a class about this? And you're clicking on it.
Mm-hmm. I have started
Didn't you
reporting.
just get hit by one of those yourself?
No, it wasn't just recently. It was 2019, November of 2019 that I got hit with one that I actually clicked on, and I'm like, son of a. And then a couple of years later, now I'm in charge of creating those campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm like, okay, I don't want to give these people just a cakewalk that they're going to be able to just easily get through with no problem whatsoever and not ever really be tested. But I don't want to make it so hard that half the firm fails. Because I could probably make a couple that the CIO, me, the security team, and the security director would probably be the only ones who didn't fail. Because there's some really, really nice templates in there that it's like, oh, that looks too good to be true. Oh, no.
That's a good one.
We're not going to do that one right now. We've had too many people click recently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fun till Daddy takes the T-bird away.
I am tempted to apply a filter in my work email that every company not local email gets reported as a phishing attempt. I mean, just automatically. Hey, you sent me something. It looks like a phishing attempt to me. You sort it out. And just leave that filter running. I just leave it running and leave it running for the rest of my time there.
Well, I'm
And-
not. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna put this out across YouTube and Facebook. I'm not reporting another account for being fake or causing shit. I'm just gonna ignore it and block them. How long did it take us to be able to start posting events again, Chris?
3 days minimum. That's after we tried.
Yeah, every time I report something, I get hit with a. I report a problem, and I'm the one that gets punished by Facebook.
Well, yeah,
And
because the people causing the problem are paying Facebook.
Yeah. And another problem is neither one of us could create the event to start inviting people to HallowCon.
Yeah.
Now, I did, during this little impromptu vacation I hadn't planned and am not getting paid for, I did email back to the lady in payroll and the lady in human resources that, look, I've got this many days left to work. This is my exit date. This is when I'm going to take my last ever vacations once 2024 starts. If you need to do anything, if there's any paperwork I need to sign, I have to do it about the time of HallowCon. So that gives me the rest of the year and then the beginning of the next year. And then I will proudly drive through the gate and never see the place again, except if I drive by. I'm going, yeah, I used to work there. 45 years of my life wasted except for the money. Hey, if you need money, go get a job, work there. If you don't need money, go someplace else.
I just got an awesome picture. It's not perfectly clear, but it's beautiful. It's full bore America. Y'all
Now
ready for it? You ready for it?
Let's go
No,
for
the
it.
ones that ever stopped us before.
Oh, you're kidding.
Nah,
That's a real picture.
that's a real picture.
Almost looks like a Klingon bird of prey.
It's a bald eagle.
Yeah, I know. If you look at it from the other angle, opposite direction it's flying in, it almost looks like a Klingon bird of prey.
Now is that America?
Mm.
No, the eagle should have been in the rocket.
Now,
Not
now
the
it's
green
some
room,
There's
Daniel.
one-
Not the green room.
There's-
Not the green room. Rich, get out of my mind. It's frightening in there.
There's going to be people that's going to take that. They're going to Photoshop it so that the eagle is flying more of a downward direction and that rocket is firing more
Yes.
the opposite direction. So it's going to look like the eagle is shitting the rocket out.
Or just flying on rocket flames.
Oh, have y'all heard the latest? SpaceX has suspended any Starship flight for the next 6 months.
I thought
I
the
mean, not
FAA,
SpaceX. Yeah, the FAA.
the FAA has suspended any SpaceX.
Any Starship flight for the next 6 months.
And going,
It's
until
gonna-
we can tax you, you're not allowed to play in this playground.
No. It's going to take them 6 months to rebuild the launch pad.
At least.
I think 6 months is a conservative estimate, actually, but that was a very powerful rocket, and it did a lot of damage to their
Infrastructure.
It hit max Q 5 seconds early. It at one point was traveling faster than the Saturn V before max Q. And it had 7 engines out. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they all kept burning?
There would have been a fire trench dug about half a mile or so.
Well, they're already SpaceX is already submitting renders for Flame Trench.
Well, is this one of those about time moments, or we didn't realize that it was going to be Zarbamba of rockets?
One of the NASA guys with the HLS program down in Huntsville, I was at, we were talking about it. He said what they did was absolutely the perfect way to do it. Why would you build all that infrastructure and it blow up on the pad?
Well, this is true.
Probably not knowing exactly what you needed at the time.
Okay.
And here's a
Um,
chance to make improvements.
it it is a work in progress. I mean, they're discovering stuff that they never knew before. Not not just never thought they needed, but never knew in the first place. This is the most powerful rocket that, as far as I know, has ever been built. And this thing goes through concrete like tissue paper. So they're going to have to come up with something a little bit more robust. So, good luck.
You know.
And I'm still never going to be able to afford one of them trucks.
Yeah, well, they
I
got to blow
want
up.
one.
Oh yeah. Do not even consider a Rivian.
A what?
A Rivian.
What is that?
It's an all electric truck.
Yeah, I saw an ad for them.
I want one of Elon's Tesla trucks.
The
I'm
Cybertruck.
sorry.
No, the Rivian proudly announced, we designed, built, and released our truck before Tesla could run theirs.
Which means it's a Yugo.
It's built by Amazon. Jeff Bezos.
The only thing I know of that is reliable that is built by Amazon is complaints.
Here's the best part about it. Best case scenario, you get 225 miles on a charge.
So that'll give me 3 days to work and back?
Just about.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope.
That's if you don't drive at night.
You give me an electric vehicle that I can go from Athens, Georgia to Knoxville on a single charge, and I will consider paying as much as my house costs for it.
What is that? 400 miles?
Well, the way I go, it's closer to 500, but yeah. But if I'm going to have to pay, 60, 70 grand for a vehicle, when I can easily go to the used car lot and get one that'll get me there and back on a single tank of gas.
Elon actually was on some interview show last night, and they said, "What about the range? People want to drive from one side of Texas to the other. It's already proven, that's out of Tesla's range." He said, "What should you do?" He said, "That's why you should at least keep one one gas burning car, basically."
Yeah, internal combustion engine.
I mean, even the electric guy says sometimes you need a gas burner.
Yep, and as long as I cannot take the kind of trips that I normally take on a single charge,
Why can't you just throw
I'm
an
not going to
electric?
buy.
It's a pickup truck. Why can't you just throw an electric generator in the back?
Don't Teslas have gas engines in addition to their
No.
electric ones?
No,
No.
there's no hybrid.
Okay.
Yep. If
They really make
if
a
you
fortune if you do those.
if you really want an emergency power supply for something like that, you're going to have to set up like a snowblower or a leaf blower engine that turns an alternator that charges batteries while you're driving, or at least at the end of your battery life for that particular trip. And yes, I realize I'm not studying the equation completely. I'm overlooking a
We
lot of
bored
stuff.
Carl. We bored Carl. Good night.
Good night,
Eh,
Carl. Good luck with your secret shopping trip.
Well, it is. It is getting late for old people like Carl.
he ain't that much older than we are.
No, but he gets up a lot earlier than we do.
That's for sure. I One thing I've learned about my retirement, if you expect me to reply to something sometime between midnight and noon that you post, ain't gonna happen because I'm gonna sleep as long as I can sleep.
I remember saying that. And I did for the first week. And then I woke up without my alarm at the same time. I woke up every damn morning with the alarm to go to work.
No, my internal alarm, my biological clock, I will nod off about 3 a.m. I will not wake up again until about noon 30. I don't care if nuclear weapons are going off in my backyard.
We know.
I will not wake up. Yes, you know. Yes, you know. I am famous for this. I can sleep through anything except a very seductive female voice.
And
And my wife,
sometimes you can do that.
yeah, sometimes I can do that. My wife is very pissed off about that particular point. Yeah. Um, you
I
didn't
had
wake
to
up for me.
resort. I had to
Um,
resort to extraneous means to wake you up that one time.
Well, I'm not going to say that your extraneous means worked. I'm just going to say I probably was going to wake up at that time of day anyway. Um, hey, look, I'm sorry.
I may have chosen the wrong word, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Nefarious is the word that I was looking for, but
Hmm.
um, I'm sorry. I like being asleep.
Mm.
Nobody bothers me when I'm asleep. Joe Dog, you can't drink what you got. You're okay. You're
He
allowed to
might.
make it. You're allowed to make it, but you're not allowed to drink it.
No, that is what is called Mexican panty remover.
Oh, like my voice.
Julio Iglesias?
Ricky Martin.
Tequila.
Tequila.
Well,
Even Joe Nichols said it. It makes her clothes fall off.
on that note, I gotta go make sure
Hey,
that I
Misty,
get
want some
some of
tequila?
the gin that I
Oh.
bought today, and some of the pink grapefruit juice that I bought today. Otherwise,
May not
If
be
you
there.
haven't, if you haven't seen that video,
it just kind of evaporates. I don't know what. I mean, it vanishes like morning mist in broad sunlight. So I don't know.
if
I
you
got
haven't seen that video, Rich, I highly recommend it. It's
Which one?
funny. Tequila makes her clothes
Oh,
fall
yeah,
off. by Joe
yeah,
Nichols.
I remember when that song debuted.
that is a classic video. Yes, and for our listeners, if you've never seen that one, go ahead. It's
We'll
a good. It's a
It's a
good 5.
cute video.
It's a good 5 minutes of entertainment.
A
All right.
lot of Joe Nichols videos are really good.
Now, on that note, one that I really enjoy is one that goes, "It'll buy me a boat." Now, I can play that song, and I'm going, but I got to move to England, so I got a place to park it, and there's no canals in America that I can use. I'm not moving to Erie, Indiana. And I don't trust the inland waterways down here in the south because alligators exist. I don't want to wake up in the morning and find an alligator on the front porch, you know. Okay, Brian Rodman just reacted to something that was posted with my name on it, but it's probably this show. Oh, Donna. Tequila don't do it for you? I know.
Hell, if White Lightning didn't do it for her, tequila damn sure ain't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna have to start doing those YouTube shorts and showing these guys how to diss their wife.
Like you're a big success at that? You're lucky to be
Oh,
alive.
that guy.
I'm serious. I'm serious, Joe. You need to stay away from that arena right there. Otherwise, we're going to be attending a memorial service for you because Donna ain't putting up with that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah,
as
the one.
friend to friend, Donna ain't putting up with that stuff.
Well, the Chris knows the guy I'm talking about. It's got a, got the nice beard, decent looking blonde wife. She's putting toilet paper in the back of the car. He says, if you rub that on your tatas, it'll make them bigger. What? He goes, yeah, if you rub those on your tatas, it'll make them bigger. She goes, why? He says, look what it did for your ass.
And he woke up in the emergency room 6 days later.
No, what he does is after he delivers his zinger, he starts walking away and they start playing Gangster's Paradise, and she throws something and hits him in the back of the head with it.
Every time. I mean, you see, it's a hit.
It's almost like a
can of pinto beans should not be used in such a sacrilegious manner.
She's thrown them.
I know.
Oh yeah.
He's lucky
and
than
the
a
funny
brick.
thing is, there's a much milder version that's not as risque about this guy that it's an older guy. He does these expert marriage tips.
Oh yeah.
And he says stuff that absolutely annoys the hell out of his wife.
Well, that's normal. That's normal for any married guy. I mean, seriously. I don't think there is anybody in our audience that won't understand that sometimes when our spouses are not in a good mood, we can say things that have unexpected consequences.
Yeah, but his wife looks at him like, you are so full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, wait a minute. That's normal. I don't know any woman that doesn't look at her husband like that from time to time.
Well, this is every time because he will say
without
stuff
provocation, even.
Yeah, but he says stuff like, when your wife's not feeling good and all, and there's stuff that needs to be done. It's okay. You can let her know that she can take a break. That the laundry that needs doing and all this other stuff, and she's looking like, "Are you out of your mind?" We'll still be there waiting on her when she starts feeling a little better after she's rested a little bit.
I knew that was coming.
Even Rich won't even go there.
The funny thing
That's because
is,
he's not stupid.
his son walks in on him and is like, "What is wrong with you? Do you not have a life and you have nothing better to do than make these TikTok videos all day?" And his wife's cracking up. He's got this looking like him.
Oh, another one of my favorites is what does a Gen X think? Have you seen those?
Who gives up?
Oh, I seen the one where the gal back talked to her grandmother. It was a Gen X gal. And
No,
I gotta go make another drink. I'll be back in
make another drink. No, it's this kid.
Dan almost forgot I'm Gen X.
And he goes,
"Do we really care what a Gen X thinks?" I do.
Yep.
He goes, "Hey, all right, time for what does a Gen X think?" And he walks up to his dad, turns the camera around. His dad's this guy about your size, got the long beard, the long hair, the ball cap, and goes, "What the fuck do you want now?" And just some of the things he like, I deserve to have this. And his dad goes, "You don't deserve to do anything but breathe, and that's still questionable."
Yeah, he's got some good stuff too.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, yep.
There are literally so many things you could waste away just watching mindless fun entertainment.
I will sit there, and while I am working, I will have YouTube up on my personal laptop on the various shorts and just listen to a short and then just tap the down key on that keyboard to go to the next one as things go through, just as something to while my brain away from just being mindlessly destroyed by ignorant requests.
Somebody posted one up. They called it a flat 8. Looked like a Studebaker that it was in.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 pipes sticking out the side. It was 2 220 horse Volkswagen engines together. Believe it or not, it sounded damn good.
Well, the thing about it is I have to be careful not to get on YouTube because I will lose track of time and I will spend way too much time on it. And I'm sure that's what they want me to do, but unfortunately I have to be a responsible adult more often than I'd care to admit to, but that does not condone it.
I'm past
Well,
that.
you're retired, damn it. Unfortunately, until I get to that point, I do not have that luxury.
Mm. I'm looking for something. Okay. No, that ain't
Trouble.
Besides, some of my adulting is so you don't have to.
Thank you. Because I ain't going to do it anyway.
Oh, I know. If you can find somebody to do it for you, you damn sure going to let them.
Hey, I grew up on Tom Sawyer. If I can get somebody to paint that damn fence, it's going to get painted.
It's
And-
going to take a while to do it, but it'll hopefully get painted.
Didn't he even circle him into the point of paying him to paint the fence?
They were like trading him yo-yos and marbles and all sorts.
I love the film version they did of that. I think it was the early 80s.
What's his name? Johnny
Whitaker.
Johnny Whitaker played Jody on Buffy and Jody, or Family Affair.
Yeah.
Then, of course, he was Johnny in Sigmund and the Sea Monster, or Sigmund and the Sea Monster.
But yeah, him and whoever they got as Huck Finn, they were. That was one of the best casting jobs done in that era.
And that was at the height of his career, too.
Yeah. I mean, I loved how he talked to everybody in painting that white picket fence.
That was 1973.
Okay, I was thinking it was a little later than that, but
And that was whitewashing, not painting.
yeah, whitewashing. Yeah. You know what I meant.
Yep.
Thanks for the correction.
Oh my gosh, Jodie
What?
Foster was Becky Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
Had Warren Oates in it.
Oh, yeah, there was a big crowd.
I told you that casting job was amazing for that thing.
And they couldn't make that movie today.
Yep. Wasn't Brock Peters Jim? I could be mistaken, but because I know he was in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Huh.
I may be getting the two mixed up. Because he might not have been in Tom Sawyer. He might have been
I
in
don't see a
Jim.
Jim. Jim was.
He was probably in Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me do the extended version here.
All right. I owe Rich an apology. I don't think of him as Gen X. I think of him as Gen Intelligent, which is a whole nother kettle of catfish.
Well,
Hey,
Dan, I'm Gen
I'm
X.
a Gen Xer.
You got
Yeah.
some explaining to do, Lucy. Help.
Because Gen X starts, what, 64 or 65?
66.
Okay. I knew it was somewhere in there.
Hey, do you know how close I came to being a boomer? 19 days.
Well,
You know how close I came to being the boomer? I
You are
is
one.
one.
You are one.
1957.
yeah.
And that's just because people didn't have any other form of entertainment at night. So they got busy.
Well,
Jack Parr wasn't exciting as Johnny.
no, but Jack,
I really like Johnny. Yeah. And I haven't liked anything since he retired, actually, except for maybe Arsenio Hall.
Jimmy Fallon does a good job.
yeah.
And there's still not a whole hell of a lot of good entertainment out, which is why we have such a population boom.
I would disagree about Jimmy Fallon. If he was Denny Fallon, it would probably be interesting. But Jimmy, no.
He's fun, but he's silly.
He's got his moments.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Well,
I thought
he's
that
not.
was Jimmy Kimmel.
You
Yeah,
might be
that's-
thinking
Oh,
him off.
okay. Well, no, they're both dicks. And this is an old man's opinion, so take it with as many grains of salt as it takes to raise
The
your
last
blood
Actually-
pressure.
the last night of James Corden,
Yeah.
Fallon, Kimmel, Steve Colbert, the guy that comes on after comes on after Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyer.
Carson Daly.
Yeah, no, Seth Meyer.
Okay.
They all crashed James Corden's last show.
I heard they asked him not to quit.
Yeah. He is one of the best.
I will
I
tell you.
still remember when Colbert actually pronounced his name correctly.
Colbert.
Uh-huh. And then they decided to get all Frenchified.
He was funnier on the Daily Show.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you who I enjoyed was Craig Ferguson.
Oh yeah, Craig Ferguson.
I always enjoyed his performances on Doctor Who. I was not aware that he was a talk show host as well.
Oh yeah, he came on after Letterman for close to a decade.
Yeah.
What part of turned off the satellite dish in disgust did you not understand?
Are you talking about Corden or Ferguson?
Ferguson.
Gordon.
Okay,
Ferguson.
because I'm like, I don't
Ferguson,
remember Ferguson being on Doctor Who, but he was best friends with a doctor.
Yes.
Because he grew up with Capaldi.
And I actually enjoyed Ferguson's stuff. Well, I actually the few things that I've seen on YouTube about James Corden, except for riding around in the car singing songs, I enjoyed. His Corden's Doctor Who performances I really like because
Yes,
he got into the character.
He was
got
a
into the
fun
character
companion.
very well. And Ferguson was a character on Red Dwarf at one time.
Oh, now this is interesting. Guess who's replacing James Corden?
Conan O'Brien.
Nobody. They're ending it.
Oh, okay.
CBS says they don't feel somebody else could come in. They're going to try some new different stuff. Some different type of programming.
Are they bringing back the variety show?
I don't know.
Everybody has different tastes. Now, knowing Jack Parr and thinking, okay, this is okay, and then seeing Johnny Carson, and then seeing what's his name, Bucky's Big Teeth or whatever his name was. I don't know. And I'm being insulting on purpose. I could not. Yeah.
You're talking about Jack Parr. I know you know how Jack Parr left the Tonight Show. John, Chris, Rich, do you know how Jack Parr left the Tonight Show? I'm done with this shit.
He really said that?
He really said that, yes. It was one of those things where he got tired of network stuff.
Yeah.
So
Middle of the show, just got up and walked off.
Tom, what's his name that did late night and whatever?
Tom Snyder.
No, well,
the Tomorrow.
He was actually a good interviewer, but he was not a really good show host.
Yeah.
And oh no, the one I'm thinking of is the other guy that's so famous now. and has a beard longer than mine that is even whiter than mine.
Oh, David Letterman.
Oh, I could not stand that guy.
That's him. That's the one.
I could not stand. Although he was doing all the Jack Parr shit,
Yeah.
all the shtick, everything, and doing it slavishly, and still for some reason it didn't resonate. I'm sorry, but it just was. It didn't appeal to me. When Johnny retired, there was only well, the only person that could carry on that had anything to interest me was Arsenio Hall, and his show had already been ended.
Yeah.
Uh,
I loved Arsenio Hall. That
Oh,
was such
yeah.
a fun show.
have y'all ever seen the videos where Johnny showed up on David Letterman's show?
How pissed are you? Yeah, seen that one.
Yeah, Dave lets Johnny sit at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny sits at the desk. He rubs it, looks at it, leans back in the chair, taps on some stuff, and goes, "Nope, ain't doing it."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then the next time he was on, they called, David had his desk, and they brought Johnny Carson's desk out on where the couch is and a chair.
Mhm.
And they did the interview behind desks.
From one desk to the other. I wish I'd seen that one. It's probably on YouTube.
Okay,
Um,
I got to go down the hall, guys. I've been drinking a lot of water today.
That's good for you.
And
Yeah,
the sign said Joe McKeel is in the stream with audio only. Let us help you turn the audio off. In the
Yeah,
stream.
Donna, I miss Arsenio Hall too. I love the John B. Williams poetry.
Yeah,
limits.
and that was where I was introduced to the character that Arsenio invented. That
Talking about Chunky A.
Chunky was one of the best musical parodies. For want of a better word, I'm sure there's a better word that I have ever seen, and I just absolutely loved that. And I got to see it live the first night.
Yeah, the hilarious thing was when he did, obviously, spoofing Cameo, what makes me say ow.
Oh yes. He did that live on the show. He did. That's the one I'm talking about. He did
And
that live on the Arsenio Hall, and then they came out with a music video for MTV.
And what was really funny was a video for Sorry, where he's saying I'm sorry.
Okay.
Where he's saying I'm sorry, and he's crying and he's doing all this stuff, and he's like, I'm sorry, baby. You had to see the video; it's hilarious.
What was it? Harlem Nights
Mm-hmm.
with Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, just cast of just
Oh
great cast.
Lord, yeah.
Oh man,
But he
that
played
was awesome.
the Arsenio Hall in that just cracked. I just can't even think about it without starting to laugh about that.
and of course, him and Coming to America was hilarious too.
Well, yeah. No, there's a lot of variability between different movies that touch on characters created by folks that we actually enjoyed that were either, oh, this is great, or, oh, I wish you hadn't done that. And it just really,
He was a trendsetter too, because I believe that was the first time that Bill Clinton drug out his saxophone and actually played on television.
That was neat. I did not know that he could actually play. And he did a good job. I mean, at playing saxophone.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but that probably led him on to bigger and better things for him.
Bill or Arsenio?
I'm talking about Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one of my funnier moments was him and Sam Kinison.
Oh Lord, you bring Sam
Especially when
Kinison
they were
in.
doing the preachers.
You bring Sam Kinison in. Now, you talking about some hilarious crap.
Oh man, I wish Sam was still around.
I do too.
I mean, I would have loved to heard his take on 2020. God,
I'd love to see his take on about everything.
Mm-hmm. Now, seeing Sam and the really nice lady that got a bad rep.
You got to go. I'm sorry. God.
No, not that. No, not that one. The other one.
I've been gassed.
Tawny
Katane?
Yes, Jessica Hahn.
Jessica Hahn.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Wild
incredible. Yep, Wild Thing is one of the best videos that a lot of people have never bothered to watch. And
It's funny, especially when he adds his own.
Oh, I mean, seriously, it's Kinison. He goes so far over the top. There is no. It's like he bumps his head against the ceiling. Is so far over the top.
The line where it says, "Every time I kiss you, I taste what other men had for lunch."
Mm-hmm. And we all know what that means. But
yes, he did, Donna.
Hey, the problem is the other little one, Lily. They sleep cuddled up together. Lily's in the living room. Bella's in the chair here in the bedroom. I couldn't figure out why Lily was not wanting to be around her. I know now.
Gastrointestinal distress.
Oh, and her breath's even worse.
Okay. Okay. This is probably green room comment territory, but
it's after midnight.
Jimi Hendrix did a version of oh crap! Now I can't remember the name of the song, but it was kind of risque in the lyrics. Gloria, that was the name of the song, and I'm going, hey, people out there, if you're a real Jimi Hendrix fan, it's fine, go watch it. If you're not, please don't offend yourselves by clicking on a video from that particular search.
Now I'm thinking of some songs about
because Jimmy was a law unto himself. He would say whatever he wanted to say, whenever he wanted to say it, you know. And he did not have YouTube to go, oh, we're gonna defund your video. No, I'm dead. I don't care. It's a good song. It's a good performance. If you're not an adult, don't watch it. I'm telling you, don't watch it.
I started to say you could listen to some songs by Outkast that definitely weren't safe for work.
Well, there's a huge number of of musical songs, the musical pieces that are not only, excuse me, not only not safe for work, but not safe for the general public because they don't obey any rules whatsoever. Um, Cracker with Eurotrash Girls. There's some definite rule breaking going on there, and yet it is one of my wife's favorite songs because she is from the continent. Well, before the EU broke up, um, England was part of the EU, Euro trash, and she got the humor of it and was not offended. A lot of people will be offended. Well, not a lot. A small number of small-minded people will be offended, but other people that enjoy well-done music will go, "This is cool." So, take that with a grain of salt. Probably the size of the Rock of Gibraltar. I don't care. Um, it's not like I posted it recently. Um, no, the only things I've posted recently have been Bill Nelson and was it Black Sabbath? I don't know. I've listened to a lot of stuff tonight before the show, and I was a little depressed, and I was trying to use music to lift my depression, which works for me. Doesn't work for everybody. Um, I'm not bipolar. I am, according to my wife, I'm an extremely rapid cycling bipolar.
I'm
Excuse me?
tripolar. I'm tripolar.
I've seen you walk around. You really need the walker,
He's
or at
manic.
least the cane. Oh God. Private chat. Now what have I done? Uh,
Oh, hey. You know they
It's like
say.
you, Dad.
You know they say us guys we gotta love women. It's not that hard. They got like 10 personalities you can choose.
Yeah, it's just trying to make sure the more
10.
lovable ones are present more often.
10.
That's rough guess.
Infinity minus 10, maybe, but
Just depends
I
on
slipped.
which way the wind's blowing.
I slipped up and called Donna Sybil the other day, and she thought I was talking about some other girl.
oh shit. I can't ever do that because that was my first wife's name.
Oh,
Mm,
I did that with the ex-psychopath.
you called her Sybil?
Yup. I did not realize that they had just got done watching that movie in psych class. So she knew what the hell I was talking about.
That made it even worse, huh?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
We're
The
we're
thing-
talking about an explosive decompression here.
I did it in front of her parents.
Oh,
Her father almost needed the Heimlich because we were having dinner at the time. She said something. I'm like, all right, whatever, Sybil. And the look on her face, just the, how dare you?
Don't
Meanwhile,
feel so called out.
meanwhile, her dad was in the middle of eating, so he almost choked on his lasagna.
Bring that up a second, Joe. This is proof that Facebook is listening to you. Okay.
Oh,
I was
you actually found the link easily. Okay.
No, I was looking for something completely different, and this came up under for you.
And now
Yeah,
you
because
said
YouTube.
because you said completely different, you're gonna
There's going to be
Excuse me,
Monty
Monty
Python
Python.
jokes out the
inundated by Monty
wazoo.
Python.
I can handle that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
gentlemen,
looking-
we are
I
in
was
so
looking up
much
George-
trouble.
I was looking up George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh, let's really get it.
Actually, that would be a good performance.
Chris, I didn't tell you what was running on one of the local Huntsville channels at 11:30 on Friday night. Did
Oh,
I?
and Kiri's with us now.
No.
Hey, Kiri. An Adam and Eve infomercial.
Adam and Eve, the catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infomercial done like Home Shopping Network.
Yeah.
Well, basically it is, but
You know, I was passing through North Carolina.
hey,
and
hey, nobody asked me why I know that.
now what's so funny is those things are banned for sale in Alabama.
Misty,
Excuse me, banned for sale in Alabama.
Yes.
We need some more information here.
that means they're trying to attract even more business from Alabama.
Misty,
More business than. Okay, I ain't going there. Take it away, Richie. I'm
Misty's a very pure soul. How she ended up with me, I have no clue. I ain't complaining. I enjoy it. But she's a very pure soul.
You
So
probably provide more excitement for her than she would otherwise have.
she was not
especially in
familiar
Alabama.
with the type of company that Adam and Eve was. She grew up in a very Baptist household.
Well, get up here.
Adam and Eve ad pops up in Facebook.
Come on.
She's like, Adam and Eve, what's this? And she starts to click on it. I'm diving across the living room like, no!
Did you make it in time?
Nope.
Oh, but she got her eyes
Oh,
on.
bugger.
I
Yeah,
bet she got
she got an education that night.
I imagine so.
Well,
Is she emotionally scarred?
he had to buy two.
Oh, wait a minute, Joe Dog. You're gonna have to clarify that.
She was interested in some of the items, none of the toys,
Oh,
but the massage oil kit and a couple of other things
okay.
of the same vein. So
That's
the
pretty
more
generic.
mild end. But she's like, at first she's like, because the front page, of course, is
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The devices.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
it's synthetic devices that rhyme with, actually, don't even rhyme with, that are a variant of my first name. But once I'm like, but there's also lingerie here, there's also this. Your head's gonna explode if you even look at the videos. Don't even look at that page.
The one
Facebook
that,
user, would you give permission for StreamYard to, or Facebook to let StreamYard post your name?
the one that was owned, it was one of those. It popped on, and I'm like, and Donna goes, "What are you looking at?" And I'm going, "I don't know." the top half of it would go up and down, but as it went up and down, it would twist back and forth. Then halfway down, it had this thing that looked like a disco ball spinning. And then it had this other thing that came up around, and it was shaking like this.
That is a refinement of the I believe it was called the rabbit, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Long story short, I told Donna, I said, no. She goes, what? What? I said, no. You would be ruined with that.
When you absolutely
I'm glad
must,
I was not out in full swallow there trying to drink this drink. No,
When
you
you
would
mu-
be ruined by that.
when you absolutely must get off every motherfucker in the room.
Yeah. That was, yeah, it was.
That was a green
To-
room.
To paraphrase Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting there. It's like,
Oh my God. Oh my.
what now?
No, just, you're sitting there watching the infomercial going,
No,
Well, you
no,
know-
no. I'm going. I cannot believe that Donna has never heard of this website before. And I'm also going, oh, Carl, I am so sorry.
That's what Carl's ass gets for going to bed early.
Yep. Well,
In
here's
more
the
ways
thing.
than one, probably.
I was
Oh.
in North Carolina earlier this year, and I looked off to the side of the interstate as I was driving, and I noticed the actual retail store.
Oh no! I heard a beep. I heard it. Oh, Curious here. Okay.
All right, now we got to behave.
so
Hey, he's probably
Okay.
an expert.
Okay.
He's
Otherwise,
probably an
we're
expert on Adam and Eve.
we're contributing to the delinquency of a minor in one way, shape, or form.
coming home from
Um,
dropping off dad's taxes,
Oh dear.
driving down the highway.
Donna just says, I've heard of it. I just didn't know it's still around.
On one side of the road, there was a billboard for a adult gentlemen's club. The very next billboard on the opposite side of the street, well, opposite side of the highway, I should say. I know what they were talking about. I know they were talking about the medical issue, but
Mhm.
the boldest thing on top of or on the entire billboard just said stroke.
Oh yeah. Well, Billy Squire wasn't that damn good.
And then the very next billboard after that was another adult gentlemen's club. And I'm just like, that is just either really genius on the gentleman club, marketing saying, yes, I want a billboard here and a billboard here. Or really bad placement for the medical
issue.
facility.
Down in Rossville, on Rossville Boulevard, here in our neck of the woods, they used to have a topless car wash.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. No, Rich. It's
You're going to ruin your leather seats.
Rich.
Oh, wait, you're not talking about convertibles.
All I'm going to say is some of the girls could have stepped on their own.
Okay. Now
Wow.
I've got that one.
Of course, there is never the more famous knockoff brand tennis shoes and pornos in the tent out of the back of the van.
You got some explaining to do, Lucy.
John knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, John knows.
I mean, he even had a sign: shoes and pornos.
I missed
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Alabama.
Okay. We used to have a store in Athens that was advertising colon mattresses. Now, parse those. They also did the reconditioning of convertible tops for cars and things like that. No, I mean the guy goes, I will give you a $100 10-gallon cowboy hat if you can find anybody else this side of the Mississippi that sells coal, as in something you use in your fireplace, and mattresses. This was his gimmick for half a century. And nobody could ever do it. Nobody could ever do it.
There's a little town north of Chattanooga called Pikeville, and I may have mentioned this before on the show. The mayor's office also had a video rental store, an auto detailing shop, and a pawn your car title shop.
Let me guess. This was not a large
All
town.
run by the same person.
Mm-hmm. The mayor's secretary, probably.
No, the mayor.
No, I mean the mayor's secretary was on doing the
Oh.
work. The mayor just had his name on it.
Oh, Pikeville is in the same valley as this town that we talked about, Whitwell.
No, Pikeville's the other side.
No,
Yeah.
it's the same valley.
No,
Yeah.
Pikeville's in our valley. Whitwell is over in the Sequatchie Valley. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Pikeville is it's not Sequatchie. It's on the other side of Sequatchie Valley. But the big town between the two of them, I love the name. It's what every man does. Dunlap.
Mm.
Pikeville's on this side of the mountains, though, Joe.
No, Pikeville's on the other side.
It's on this side. It's just up. It's just above Saudi Daisy.
You're gonna have to bring the map up.
Pull up your map. Pull up your map and just PayPal me the $50.
I knew Saudi Daisy was coming into this one somewhere.
Thank you, Brandon. Like a golf country club? Question mark.
Well, if that was referring to Adam and Eve, I don't. Well, I know that would be a big hit as a golf country club.
Oh,
But-
you're right. Darn it.
You were thinking of Dayton.
I was.
Yeah, he was thinking of Dayton.
No, we used to
Willie's been thinking of Dayton for a long time. It's about time he got married.
If she ain't married him by now, she ain't going to.
Well, I'm not saying it's because my wife thinks John is really cute, but someone ought to snatch this guy up. I'm telling him right now.
I agree.
And Chris too, for that matter.
Gonna have to go to Dayton sometime.
What? It's an honest opinion. Seriously. You
Yeah,
all
somebody
deserve
needs-
to be happy. Or at
somebody
least
needs
as
to-
miserable
Or
as I
as
am.
miserable as everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Somebody needs to snatch John up, snatch Chris up, and snatch me up too.
Hey, I don't have that many daughters.
You ever see those websites that pop up occasionally? It says, Russian women are looking for American men.
No, but I've seen a lot of them that say Ukrainian women are looking for American men. I'm
Well,
going,
there's been so many men killed.
yeah, that's because
in
we own
Ukraine and Russia.
flamethrowers.
That it's actually true now. So they are there are
Yeah, but the thing is, how in the hell are you going to get them from there to here?
There
Back
are
flight.
airplanes. They have
Back
been
flight.
invented.
Yeah. So. Call the
Now,
Call the military airlift command. Get them on a C5.
the trick is find one that's actually not here to become a citizen, and then leave your ass
Did,
in the lurch.
didn't they change the name of military airlift to something else?
Damn it, Joe!
Not that I'm aware of, but they did. They took all the logos off the side of the airplanes.
This is not the green room. I cannot state the phrase that came into my head right then. Oh dear. I could not. Oh. I mean, I don't think I could even say that in a green room and get away with it. Carl would ban my ass. And Rich knows exactly what I'm thinking.
No, I was actually thinking, did he get you to start laughing and then you spilled your drink so you'd have to start licking your Kraken again?
Joe is correct.
Nope.
Military airlift command. Military airlift.
This ain't Kraken. This is pink. It's gin and sparkling ginger ale.
Air Mobility Command.
Yes.
I knew they changed it.
I'm gonna have to kill the screen. I'm sorry. No. No. That's even worse than what I was thinking. And what I was thinking was pornographic. No, don't do this to me when I got a show to do in 10 minutes.
I think, Dan, I think you've already done it to yourself.
We're going to hell.
Yeah, but we got a slow boat to Valhalla. I still want that collection of stories.
Hey, if we may be going to hell, but we got a damn beautiful handbasket we're riding in.
Hey, it's well woven. We worked very hard on it.
I don't know where we're going. And where did this handbasket come from?
Why is it so warm in this handbasket?
Tahiti? I hear it's a wonderful place.
It's a magical place.
A hot air balloon has a really nice basket and runs on hot air.
Quite like this show.
So the question is, are there hot air balloons in hell?
I was just thinking,
depends on if the fabric of the balloons can withstand those temperatures.
I was just wondering how many politicians you need to keep as a backup in case your actual heating mechanism goes out. All right, discuss.
3. Strom Thurmond and I'm not naming the other 2. Okay.
Interesting trivia. One of the first gas plants that they used to fill up balloons during the Civil War was in Washington, D.C.
Now,
any hot air?
That's a perfect place to look for it. It's not like Texas that has helium. Texas is one of the few places outside of Russia that actually has helium wells.
Yeah. Do you know what you call a group of baboons?
Yes, I do.
Congress. And they're proud to show you their red ass.
Good thing we don't ever want to get monetized. And on that note, everyone, if you like this show, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'm sure your mother will forgive you eventually.
Or if you
And
That was the perfect way.
punish your high
That was
school
the
bullies.
perfect way to punctuate my remark.
Hey,
Oh, Lord.
hey, and if you do share, do not share it to your Facebook page. If you do, we'll see you in 30 days.
If not 90. Um, mm, I promise you, I absolutely promise you, in the deepest voice I've got possible, we are exactly this deranged in person when we are joking with one another at HallowCon. So, if you think this is fun, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, Chris,
Dan,
remember,
damn it, you got that stuck in my head now.
Chris,
I
remember
ain't seen
Dutch
nothing
Jr.?
yet.
Yes, I remember Dutch Jr.
Remember the infamousy that that befelled me for that. I'm going to top it this year at HallowCon. I have the ultimate prank planned for you guys.
Oh, God. Lord help us all.
All
Red
right,
has
all
been
right,
debating
all
whether or
right,
not to
all right.
go.
I like the publicly displayable language to use for that comment. Um,
How about holy freaking crap?
it's a little bit more involved with that than let's oh nope, we're still too close to the family hour. I'm sorry, it's not Friday night anymore. Uh,
No, let's go with the wind like Tuesday.
Yep. Well, guys, it is time that we must say good night, everybody.
Good night,
good
everybody.
night,
Good
everybody.
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everyone.
Can you believe we actually made it and not got kicked off of any of the channels? Oh well, bye.
Oh, I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.
Did not get away with it. Fuck, 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 fuck.